Check, 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 check. Hey, Shaun Tabatt here for the Shaun Tabatt Show almost daily. Heck, I didn't even intend to go live just yet, so you probably got a little bit of my check, check, 1 2 1 2. So there you go. That's the realities of live streaming. Sometimes you go live and you don't even know it. Uh, this is my live stream for September 17th, and I'm calling this the new release extravaganza. There are so many crazy, amazing books coming out today, so I thought I'd just do a quick live stream to tell you about a few of them. For some of these, I've already done interviews for them. You've been seeing me post about them all day, but wanted to just put them front and center and bring them to your attention. So, first up is a new release from Chosen Books. Let me hold that up for you. This is by my friend Brian Blount. It is called Putting Jesus on Display with Love and Power. This is a book that I had the privilege of working with Brian and the Chosen team on the title and the cover. It's been a book I've been so excited about for about, gosh, a good year and a half. And so, congratulations, Brian, on the release day for your first trade book, so to speak. This is actually Brian's second book. His first book is called From the Sanctuary to the Streets, also a really great read. But this is Brian's first trade book. Head over to ShaunTabatt.com. I've got an interview with Brian about the book. We've got it both in audio and video. So if you want to check out our conversation about that, and it's a long one. I think we went for about a good hour. So Brian, just really proud of you, man. So excited to see this finally out there and available. I know God is going to use this book in some amazing ways to not only touch people with your message, but I feel like God's going to really use it to activate a whole new crop of people to be out there hitting the streets, doing power evangelism and ministering and sharing the gospel. So excited to hear about the testimonies that are going to be coming in from Brian's book. All right, next up, let's move over to Destiny Image, which is my current home. I'm part of the Destiny Image team at Nori Media Group. So first up is Ben Hughes' new book. Let me hold that one up for you. So this one just dropped today as well. It's called When God Breaks In, Secrets to a Lifestyle of Tangible Encounters with God. I put out my interview with Ben this past Friday. Also, Ben and his wife Jody were on Sid Roth's It's Supernatural. That went live on YouTube and on the It's Supernatural website this past Sunday. So if you want to find out more about the book, go check out Ben and Jody's talk with Sid Roth. You can check out Ben's talk with me as well. But yeah, Ben just has a lot to say about pressing in and some of the things that really go into his and Jody's life as far as ground that they were treading on to move into a deeper life of encounters, how that's worked out in their lives, how that's worked out in their ministry. I was greatly encouraged by my conversation with Ben, and I feel like he gave a lot of real practical advice about how you too can press in for a life of supernatural encounters. So definitely a really good and an enjoyable read. All right, next up, also from Destiny Image, this is The Prophet, creating a sustaining a life-giving prophetic culture. This is by none other than the amazing James Goll. I haven't read this one yet, so I can't tell you too much about it. I hope to have James on the show later this month, but I will say, having worked with James on quite a few releases from my time at Chosen Books, his books never disappoint. He is a deep, deep man, and when it comes to things around the prophetic and seer gifting and anointing and moving and flowing in those things, James always has some deep truths to share. So this one just dropped today. I actually am holding up what is in effect the International Trade Paper Edition. This is actually widely available as a hardcover. I was really excited that the Destiny Image team was able to release this important book from James in a nice hardcover edition. So that is what is available from Amazon, Barnes and Noble, wherever good books are sold. So head out and pick up your own copy of The Prophet by James Goll. Let's move on over to Harrison House. Next up, we have How to Keep Your Head on Straight in a World Gone Crazy. This is by Rick Renner. I had a chance to sit down with Rick and talk about this book, and really, I would call this a prophetic call in some ways for the times that we're living in. The times are very dark. The enemy is moving all around us, and Rick is calling us to really press in and go after the things of the kingdom and let the light shine brightly and calling us to, be a part of standing for truth and be a part of this epic end times harvest, as a lot of folks are calling it, so to speak, coming in. So it is a long book. You can see it's very, very, very thick, but totally an enjoyable read. Again, head on over to ShaunTabatt.com. You can check out my conversation with Rick about the book. And then last but not least, we have The Power of Imagination, Unlocking Your Ability to Receive from God. That is by Andrew Wommack. Let me hold that one up there. Also, another fun read. I had a chance to talk to Andrew about this about a month and a half ago. If you are a creative person and you're just really looking in, well, it wouldn't have to just be for a creative person, but I think of myself as a creative person. And what I liked about this book from Andrew is it really pressed me to go to God more for what I'm creating and how I'm partnering with Him. And so that's what I took away from the book. I think depending on where you are, how you view yourself from a creativity and imagination standpoint, you're going to respond to the book in some different ways. But definitely an enjoyable read from Andrew. What I love about his teaching is that he's just very straightforward and kind of kind of what you read is what you get, and that came across in my conversation. Just a very practical Bible teacher. So yes, so there are a handful of new books that are releasing today, and so yeah, head on out to your favorite retailer, show your support. The authors and the publishers definitely appreciate that. Gosh, what other updates can I share with y'all? Been putting in a ton of running, hitting the trails right now, trying to hit my goal of getting to 210 pounds by the end of September. Getting close, so really trying to watch my diet and getting in lots of miles every day. I think I got 5 miles this morning. I get up at the crack of dawn to get out there in the dark and run. And so, yeah, just really pressing in hard for that, feeling a lot better as the weight comes down and just getting more miles in. That's kind of my happy, quiet place where I can pray and just be alone. And I do some of my best thinking when I'm out there on the trail. So that is what is going on with me as far as running and health wise. Lynette and I are still enjoying very much having a new baby in the house. Titus is 8 weeks old now, and he's getting fat. He's growing like a weed. Gosh, he's got to be getting close to 12 or 13 pounds. So we're just really thrilled to be the parents to 10 children. Who knew that we would have 10 kids all these years later? And gosh, what else is coming up in terms of the podcast? Got some new episodes in the hopper. Currently working on editing my interview with Dr. Mark Rutland about his brand new book, The Courage to be Healed is what it's called. Hoping to get that out maybe later this afternoon, depending on my schedule. And then I have another one in the hopper ready to go with Joan Hunter. I believe the title is The Power of Prophetic Vision. So those are two interviews that I'll be putting out later this week. The one with Dr. Rutland is just audio. The one with Joan is both audio and video. So look for those later in the week, either on the Shaun Tabatt Show Facebook page or over at my website, which again, you'll be able to find at ShaunTabatt.com. So yeah, just a few updates from me. As always, would love to hear what you are reading. Tell me what are the books that are in your reading stack. And if you have suggestions, ideas for future episodes of the Shaun Tabatt Show Almost Daily or future episodes of the Shaun Tabatt Show podcast, drop me a note to show@ShaunTabatt.com. So let's connect and talk about how we could collaborate. Thanks for listening, watching, and just taking the time to find out about the exciting new books that are releasing today. Have a blessed afternoon, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.